question is, well, how can I generate more inbound leads? It's like attraction marketing on steroids. I call this, hold on, I'm just going to go and mute you guys.
Oh, good. I'm doing my girls.
There we go. You guys can all just be quiet now. You're muted. Good. All right. So they call this the lead accelerator method. Okay. So quick story. I had a client start with me who just began with a Nagic, and she said to me, she said, Owen, I've just kind of been taught that I should just create content. I should just, just be myself. And she said, I want to actually build my business that way. She's like, I would love to be able to just create content and have people coming to me. And I challenged her, and I said to her, I said, hey, that's great. We want to get you to that point where you have a strong enough brand where we can get people coming to you and it's less effort from your behalf. But I said, I want to challenge you. I said, in the beginning, are you open to following a process here so you can really connect with more people and build your audience so eventually we can get people reaching out to you? And she said, yes. And so at the beginning, one of her first wins. So Bianca, I don't know if Bianca's on the call here today, but shout out to you if you are, Bianca, if you're listening to this. Her first win was like, wow, I just wanted to share, like I booked 3 calls. It's exciting for me, the most calls I ever had. And then 2 weeks ago, she puts a post inside of the community saying, I'm crying because I've made my first sale. And so do you think that you would resist doing something if you knew it was going to lead to the end result of what it is that you wanted to create? Okay. And I couldn't find all this. She's like, finally, people are starting to come to me and creating inbound leads. Okay. So I share that just as a quick example. Now, so step number 1 here with the inbound, with the lead accelerator method, step number 1 is we've got to create exceptional content. Now, I don't have time to go really deep into this because I got 26 minutes. As I said, the only challenge to that's why I'm talking a little bit quickly so you guys can listen fast because you're high achievers. So I just try and speak as fast as I can to get as much out. So you're getting me on 1.5 speed today. So if it's a little fast, again, just listen faster so we can get through as much as we can. I'm going to give you an oversight of this and then we're going to go into the process. All right. So it's really simple. There are really 4 types of content that all pieces of content are really broken down into. Now, how many of you heard Yaya say before, in order to get people to buy from us, they must know, like, and trust us? We know that, but how do we do it? So there's really 4 different types of content. We have character content, where this is you sharing your beliefs and what you stand for and what you believe in. How many of you, because Yaya at the end said he was a Jesus freak, wanted to go and follow him? And how many of you, because he said he was a Jesus freak, wanted to run the other way? Both answers are correct, because when you allow people to get to know the real you, then people will start to get to know the real you and follow you because of that. Type landing in the chat. Now, the second thing is we want to create connection style content, which is where you're being honest about where you're at in life. Yaya shared before, for those of you who missed the quote, get ready so you can write it down. Vulnerability is what makes us human, and it's our humanity that makes us influential. So connection content will get the right type of people to like the real you. Okay. When you do this, guys, type one word. For those of you that have known me for a while, what's the one word that comes to mind as to the reason why you follow me, are here today, have bought from me, are going to buy from me? What's one word? It's because I am what? Honest, real, authentic, kind, care, genuine, authentic, credible, honest, real. I know the answer to the question because I've surveyed you guys a million times. Authentic. So when we do this well, we create real authenticity. And like Yaya said before, yes, many people come to me because of my business acumen, but it's because that you guys can see that I care, because I really, truly do. Because I was where you're at right now, and there's no greater feeling in the world than getting what it is that you say that you want. I said I want to, there's nothing more important in that. So character and connection gets your audience to get to know and like you. Now, guys, type friend zone in the chat. How many of you are like, yo, maybe I do this okay, but I feel like I'm getting friend zone left, right, and center. I'm good friends with Janine. I'm good friends with Lee. I'm good friends with Linda and Allison and Jackie and Therese and Nicole and Jesse and Nat, and we're good mates. But they just keep going to buy from other people. It's because you're in the friend zone. So we also need a balance with our content. And that's where we have credibility. So this is where we share testimonials. This is where we share results. This is where we share value. How many of you, as I'm sharing this training with you right now, are starting to see me as even more credible than I was before, simply because it's very clear that I know exactly what I've done to get to 50K, 100K, and I know exactly how to teach it. Because that's the thing, guys, at the end of the day, anyone can create a result, but then in order to really duplicate and empower leaders, you have to also be able to teach it. Just because you've done it doesn't mean you can teach it. So how many of you guys can see here that I've not only done it, but I can also teach it in a way where you understand it so you can do it too, which then makes me more credible. And so this is an example of what you can do as well, because you can then take your value and what you learn inside of your platform and inside of your community from today, not from a place of, yo, I'm an expert, but hey, I learned this. I wanted to share this so that the mums that are watching this today that want to make money online so that they can take care of their families and retire their partner. I want to share this with you because I thought it would be valuable for you. Is my example of that valuable? Yes or no? So that's credibility. And then lastly is conversion, where you ask in a non-sleazy way for people to buy from you. I'm going to do that in about 45 minutes for the 15 legacy creators that I want to invite into my space. I'm going to say, hey, here is how you can do it. This is what it looks like to work with me. How many of you guys have a business, a florist, with your blinds down and nobody knows, or they don't know enough of how they can work with you because you're afraid to tell them for whatever reason? Yet if you would just open up your mouth and your message to tell them why you want to do this and what you can do for them, you would simply make more sales.
Gonna give me a call a bit later.
I'm just muting again. So, all right, we've got 20 minutes. I'm going to continue on here. So character, connection, credibility, conversion. When you do it, you get know, like, and trust. People are ready to buy. Was this little picture here, was that valuable for you? Sweet. Now, step number 2, use the lead accelerator method. So the lead accelerator method looks like this. This is some new stuff, guys. I got 40 or 50 clients on here today, and they're looking at me going, what's this? What's this? Yeah, I'm packaging and presenting this in a new way. So this is never before seen stuff in this particular way that I've packaged it. So get excited. We've got the organic growth method. We've got the inbound accelerator. So I'm going to break this down really quickly. So the organic growth method, open up the doc, use the 3-2-1 engagement process, add the name of each person you want and engage with them, including their profile URL, and then do this with up to 50 people a day. Now, you don't have to remember that. Just listen to this. I'm going to talk to you about it. So how many of you have an idea of who their dream team member is? Of the type of person that's your person that you would love to work with? Awesome. So what we want to do is, let's say we're on Facebook. Let's say that's Jordana said low ticket network marketers. Let's say that's the person. So I go into a group or a page on Facebook. And here's what you do. We've got this very simple document here, which you can very easily duplicate yourself in a Google sheet or an Excel sheet, where you just have the lead's name, the link to their social media profile. And if you want, what we track is whether or not they've accepted our friend requests. We track whether or not we send a new DM to them. So here's how it works. I go into the group and I open up the profile. Let's say Janine is a low ticket network marketer, and I add her as a friend. I copy and paste her name here, her profile here, and then I do the 3-2-1 method, which is really simple. We leave 3 likes, 2 comments, and you engage with their story if possible. We do that with one person, we do that with another, and we do that with another. You guys are going to start to see how we bring this together here in a minute. And so let me just do some maths here with you for a minute. So let's say hypothetically, Janine said, I'm going to go out and do this today, and I'm just going to work towards going out and connecting with 20 of my dream team members a day. 20. How many of you guys think 20 would be achievable? Knowing that this is going to actually help you get inbound leads, making money. I think 20 people would be achievable for you to do. Here's the thing, guys. You undervalue what I'm about to share with you. Many of you know this process, but you undervalue its power, hence the reason why I'm packaging and positioning it in this way, so you understand the importance of the action that you probably already know you could do. Again, my purpose here is to simplify the process by your results. So 20 people a day is 100 people a week. 100 people a week is 400 people in a month. In 2 months, how many leads do you have? Yes, Ali, 20 new accounts a day. We have 800. Month 3, Janine's got 1,200 leads. Month 4, she's got 1,600 leads. Month 5, she's got 2,000 leads in this document. How many of you feeling me? But now you guys don't even understand the value of this. So what then happens is, so Janine's consistently, what happens to that person? How many of you guys have noticed that I engaged with your stuff? Then what did you want to go and do? How many of you came and sticky baked and the only reason that you're here today is because I engaged with you? And you're like, wow, I found Owen and, you know, it was divine time. No, it wasn't divine. Well, maybe it was, yeah, but it was because I came to you. Yeah, this is cool. And the cool thing is once you make it, we're going to see this in a minute, you take your profits, you pay a virtual assistant as soon as possible. You don't have to do this. It means more engagement. It means more leads. It means more sales. So that's great, Owen, but doesn't that take time? So quick story. Delwyn and I worked together 12 to 18 months ago. She built her business up. She hit 20,000 a month in commissions. Can we just give a bit of a celebration here for Delwyn, who's just been through surgery? I believe she's literally in the hospital right now, here live today, watching this because she wanted to be able to take this in. She's like, will there be a replay? And I said, if there's anyone I'll give a replay to, it'll be you. But she's here live anyway. So she hits 20,000, right? She hits 20,000. And then I'm speaking to her very, very, very recently. And she's like, I'm doing 20,000 a month quite consistently. Yeah. But she said, she said, like, I want to take it to the next level. I want to double it or triple it. She's like, I want to do 60,000 a month. I want to do 60,000 a month. And I said, well, that's awesome. I said, well, how many conversations are you having a day? He said 10. I said, so you're doing 20,000 a month with 10 conversations a day. Is that correct? He said, yeah, that's right. And I said, all you need to do then, why don't you just increase your DMs to 30 a day? Because if you increase your if 10 conversations are making you 20K and you want to get to 60K, doesn't it make sense that the one thing that's getting you presentations is conversations? So doesn't it make sense, therefore, to increase your conversations to 10 to 30 a day? Therefore, it makes sense that it would be unreasonable for you to increase your income. How many of you follow? You can type breakthrough if you want. And so the reason I shared this with you is because the process, yeah, and then I said to her, I said, Del, but she's like, I don't have much time because I'm busy. I'm having surgery and stuff. I said, that's cool. Let's go and work on hiring you an appointment setter so you can do what you've already been doing with your 10 conversations that's making you 20,000. Yeah. And we can automate that thing that you've already been doing so you can triple your outcome without you doing any additional work. I said, would that be helpful? She said, yes. And so why do I tell you that story? Because the reason is this action here. How many of you think it would be valuable to have 2,000 leads, 2,400 leads in the next 6 months? An appointment setter is just someone that helps you with DMs. You want to do that, but you're like, I don't want to do the work. But if you do the work, you'll have 2,000 leads, and then you can do what Delwyn did. And then what you do is you take some of your profits. This will make you money, guys. You take some of your profits from the money you make from this process, you reinvest it into the right team. So for example, a virtual assistant, which I have, like you can see back here, this document was taken from like years ago, or not years ago, sorry, months ago. And just thousands of people that I've connected with you guys. And I have somebody doing this for 4 hours a day who is on here today that helps me with this. Okay. So profit into team. Ooh, how many of you guys, doesn't this smell a little bit like automation? Oh shit. Yeah, it does. Awesome. But you're automating something that you've already mastered yourself. How many of you feel me? So this is good. So, oh shit. Yeah, it did. Automation. All right, great. So just really quickly, it's really simple. Just want to, so that you actually catch this. It's really simple. You just go onto their account, you copy and paste their name and profile, you leave 3 comments, 3 likes, 2 comments, engage with their story, move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one. What this does over time is it brings what? More engagement to your profile. More leads means more people liking and commenting in your stuff, and more sales. How many of you have just made the connection, have had a huge aha moment? Okay. All right. So step number 2 is the inbound lead accelerator. So how many of you are like, well, I don't know how to organize my DMs. I get confused by DMs. I don't know what to do when I'm in DMs. I get overloaded by DMs. And you would like a process. How many of you would like that? So it's really simple. When you get into your inbox, who do you think that you should prioritize responding to first? Your inbound leads, right? The people that have said, yo, Bell, what is it that you do? I want to work with you. Do you think that it would make sense to comment back to them, to respond back to them first? Yeah, inbound leads, hot leads, whatever you want to call it. Second thing is we want to go to and DM your warm leads. So the people liking and commenting on your stuff. Now, guys, how many of you said you didn't have enough inbound leads? Yeah, some of you fit into that category. And how many of you noticed you don't have enough people liking on your and commenting on your stuff, or enough of the right people? So then it comes down to our cold leads. But now here's where the kicker comes, because this is where it gets exciting. So for those of you that were scared to DM people cold, I want to give you something where you never have to really speak to anyone cold again. So once you've exhausted your inbound and your warm leads, start reaching out through your organic growth engine doc. So you go back to these people that are here and you go and reach out to them. And chances are, Janine's been doing this for 6 months. She's got 2,000 people that she's connected with. What is the likelihood that there's a high volume of these people that have accepted her friend request and have now been following her and getting to know, like, and trust her over the last 6 months? So then when Janine goes to reach out to these people, yeah, she reaches out to them and it's not cold, it's warmer, right? But here's the cool thing. I've already given it away. What then starts to happen to the people that you reach out onto that document? Janine connects with them. They see the content. Then what happens to those people? Then they become people that are liking and commenting. Guys, type breakthrough whenever you want here. Someone that was completely cold that didn't know you 6 months ago is now liking and commenting on your stuff today. How many of you would love to have your dream team member everywhere liking and commenting on your stuff that you can go out and say, hey, you liked my stuff. What up? So here's where it becomes so powerful, because remember how I said I want to solve for you. And here's the cool things. Janine, she's going to make sales from this. She's going to make sales from our cold outreach, because she speaks to enough people, someone's going to buy. Real quick story. Frank and Amberly, some of you guys know them. Frank made a sale to this guy. He's a tradesman. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this. So I'm not going to share too many details, but it brings on this guy. He's a tradie, never done business before in his life. He goes out into all these low-ticket network marketing groups and he's saying, hey, I do this affiliate marketing thing. Do you want to buy? Everywhere he possibly can. Someone comes back and says they're interested. 7 days later, gets that person on a call with Frank, closes his first sale within the first 7 days. You guys want to make sales, but what? A tradesman. So, and why do I tell you that? Is because the reason I tell you that is because the thing that makes you the money is the DM stuff. This is a way where you don't have to go in cold. Janine, you guys will make money from this. You'll make money from this, but at the same time, it's not just making you money today, it's going to make you money in the future. And it's a compounding effect where this work, your cold leads become warm. And then guess what starts to happen, guys? Your warm, the people that are liking and commenting become your inbound. Woo! How many of you are feeling this? Let me know in the chat. How many of you guys are feeling this? Don't worry, I've gone through the trenches for this with you guys. I've done it all. Trust me. And so then eventually you start to have more people that reach out to you, and you can have 500 people at an event like this where 90% of them are on here because of one post. This is how you get there. Is this helpful? All right. This means more calls, more sales, more money. So you're telling me I'm rich? Yeah. You're telling me I'm rich. So, as you can see here, Paige, I'm getting leads left and right every day. Not used to this. Couldn't be happier. Just booked 3 calls. Booked another 3 calls today. First organic lead. Have a look at the name here. First organic lead. I want to share a win. Start linking a few things today. Organic lead outreaching, asking it, what can I do? What do I do? I've run ads before, but I still feel like I'm not attracting the right people. This lady contacted me, is so Aligned. Are you guys feeling me? I just closed 25,000 in sales, 11,000 in commissions. And then guess what's next here from Kelly? Look at the name. Kelly, first organic lead, December 2023. Boom. 7 days ago. Just processed my paperwork for my first organic sale. An organic and an AGIC sale. Why do I share that with you? Why? Because I want you guys to see, I want you to ask yourself, at what stage does it become unreasonable for you that this won't work for you too?